welcome back to my kitchen. I am making crackers. So we're celebrating my birthday tonight with my siblings and, well, siblings-in-law, but I just count them as my siblings also. And so I really wanted our charcuterie board, and I've really been wanting to try sourdough crackers, which technically I already have tried them before. But I thought, what a better time than when you're planning a charcuterie board. So I made them again. Last time I made them, I didn't make them thin enough, which all the videos that I watched for tips said, if you think it's thin enough, it's not, keep going. But I really hate rolling things out. I don't do tortillas thin enough. Apparently I don't do crackers thin enough. So I just got a pasta machine. You can tell it's still in the wrapper. And I'm gonna see if I can make this work. I don't know. I've not used it before, so I might have a terrible time with it. But I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna roll it out a little bit first.
Okay, I got almost all the way through editing this video and I realized I never included the part where I put the ingredients together. So we're gonna do that now. Okay, so you're gonna need your flour first. I need to fill up my jar, so I also got my bag of flour out. You'll need sourdough starter. Mine's active, it can be discarded. Salt, butter, and just start mixing that together. Actually, you're gonna melt your butter first, and then I just added my flour. My starter, salt, and then the butter, and then just mix that all together. It does take a while for it to fully incorporate, and then I did end up switching to mixing it with my hands because the dough gets a little bit stiff, but it should come together no problem. It just takes a little bit of time. And then I like to leave mine sitting overnight to get the full benefits of the sourdough. So I just covered it with a beeswax wrap. You can use plastic wrap too. And that's how it comes together. So now back to regularly scheduled programming.
This dough has been in the fridge, so it's kind of hard actually. I don't know if I need to let it come up to room temperature more or what, but I'm still gonna work with it because it's the dough I have and we're celebrating tonight. So come along with me on that journey and we'll see how this goes. So I have my parchment now, and I am going to start by rolling this out. I should probably read these instructions. Okay. Somehow you attach this. Then I have to, when I do this, I think. Oh. I was like, what the heck? I couldn't turn the thing to measure the pasta sizes. But that's because you have to pull it and then turn it. Don't you love learning together? Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna start by rolling it first. I think I'm gonna do this in sections though. We'll just start with half. It already looks crackery in there. Like that's a word. it says that you're supposed to take a piece of sample dough and pass it through. Now I know this is a pasta machine. It's not a cracker machine. So it's not really wanting to pass through. So the reason we're doing this, it says, is to get all the like excess oils off the machine. I'm glad I did that. I'm not sure that setting would be thin enough either. So that was a good test for that. Okay. Y'all, I do not have a clue what I'm doing actually, so we're just gonna try it.
So for rolling it out, the pasta machine didn't actually work out for me, so I just had to do it by hand. I tried a few different ways. This was the most common way that I saw online, which was between two pieces of parchment paper, but that wasn't working. So I went down to just one, which worked better, but I did not like how that bottom sheet of parchment paper was crinkling. So then I moved to this, which is just a silicone reusable baking mat. They have them with all kinds of measurements on them that are specifically made for rolling out, but I don't have one of those kinds. So I just used my one that's made for like cookies, and that worked out perfectly for me. If it seems like I have been rolling this out forever, it's because I am. And I wanted to show that on camera. This video is sped up in double time, and it still took this long to roll it out. And then to cut it, I think this is actually a ravioli cutter that I have. My husband actually got me a whole kit for my birthday, and I thought it worked perfect for crackers because, you know, store-bought crackers, a lot of them have those kind of crinkly edges like that. So I was super excited to use this for that, and then I'm just poking holes in them to try to keep them from puffing up. It didn't work 100%, but it was better. And then you just move it to a baking sheet and you cook it. Then about halfway through, I flipped them over to cook the other side, and some of the thinner pieces cooked faster than the middle pieces, so I would just take those out, and then I put the middle pieces back in the oven until they were done. Lots of these were a little more burnt than I wanted them to be, but none of them were past the point that they were actually inedible.
So that's it for me with these crackers. Oh, I think I will insert a clip. I'll probably end it that way of how I like actually set up my charcuterie board for this evening. But my takeaways are, I think the last batch, actually, even the last batch, which was really, I rolled it out really thin because it was like my fourth time, still could have been thinner. The edges are thin enough, but the like middle pieces could have definitely been more so. And then on the earlier batches,
And by batches, I mean sections of dough.
like some of them are really thick. So anyway, that's it for me for these little crackers, sourdough crackers. I hope you try them. I hope you love them, and let me know if you do. And come back and see me for another video.